Hello and welcome back to Rolling Solo. My name is Adam Smith and we are at the very end of what I think is this scenario, but I really am not sure because this seems to keep on morphing as we go. But we have Vanderbilt, who's right here next to William, William's gone insane and is wounded, whereas Father Mateo is just wounded. But things are getting really tight here. However, we've done a decent job, I should say, of holding out and not being eliminated just yet. So hopefully we can continue that trend in this video and not get killed. That would be bad. So we're gonna go ahead and continue. Now we're at the investigator phase now, so this is where I get a chance to actually attack back and hopefully do enough damage to kill him. The great thing is, for the first time in a while, Father Mateo and William don't have an actual card on them to stun them or daze them or anything. So at this very point, we have a good opportunity to do enough attacks to potentially kill them. Kill off the enemies, I should say, that are around them. So the very first person I'm interested in killing off is Vanderbilt. So I'm going to have William do an attack against Vanderbilt with his broken bottle. So we're going to do that and hope for the best here. I really hope I can pull this off. So here's the attack. Now just so you know from the previous video, he's got a health of 6 and we've already got 4 damage on him. So we're going to attack him now. And we're doing that with a bladed weapon. So hope is high here. That we are able to do enough damage here to kill him. So here we go, bladed weapon. Your foe catches your stab and you struggle to push the blade the final few inches while the figure struggles to turn the blade on you. Use your strength and looking for 2. So William has a 4 dice roll and needs 2 successes. I don't have any clues with him. This is really a crapshoot. Here we go. Hoping for the best. Oof, we only got 1, not good. It says if you fail, the figure twists your wrists and manages to jab you with your own weapon, suffer 1 face down damage. So that's exactly not what you want to see. So we just got a face down damage, but William can take that because that's the only face down damage he currently has. Didn't turn out the way we wanted, but the thing is he still has another action. So we're going to go ahead and do the exact same thing and attack him with a bladed weapon again. You try to sweep your enemy's arms aside while stabbing with your other hand. Strength looking for 2. So exactly the same check. We're hoping we can pull this off with our 4 dice. Please give me 2 successes. Yes, we got it. All right. If you pass, the maneuver leaves your foe wide open to your cruel blade. The monster suffers damage equal to your weapon's damage plus your test result. We've got a 1 here from the broken bottle plus 2, which is more than enough to kill him. And we can now go ahead and confirm his death. When we do so, he's now off the boards. We have nothing else to worry about. So on the second attack, Mr. Vanderbilt is gone. He's been killed off, which is awesome. So the next thing we're going to have to do on our next action is worry about interrupting the current there was cultist activity essentially at this particular point. We don't have an action to spend to do that right now. We've run out of action because at least we've gotten rid of him, so that's good news. Now, because we're done our two actions, we have to take a look to make sure nothing triggered for paranoia or claustrophobia. We are not, whenever you end your turn within range 2 or fewer spaces, suffer 1 face down horror. So we are currently within 2 or fewer spaces, so we do suffer a horror, which is not good. It's face down, so this is going to go into the pile. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the next one, we are eliminated from the game. Craziness. So we're going to have to try to stay alive and try to do whatever's here and hope that this is going to end the scenario on the next round. I don't know the scenario well enough to know whether that's going to help us win, but that's what we got to do. All right, so now we're going to move over from... We know paranoia doesn't trigger because Father Mateo is in a totally separate room from where William is, so there's no trigger for paranoia. We come over to Father Mateo, who currently has a whole bunch of issues with deep ones all over him, and he needs to kill them. Now, the only ones that he has left here, one has 0 health, has 0 damage against it. That's this guy right here with no icon. The one with the red icon has 2 damage, so we should probably go for him first, see if we can get a quick and easy kill. We use our brass knuckles, and we'll attack him unarmed and see if we can just get rid of him. So let's do an attack here. We're going to do an unarmed attack. Your enemy's attacks are quick and relentless. You focus on evading the strikes and search for an opening to begin your counterattack. Use your observation. Really bad to choose that because he only gets 2 dice for that one. That's really nasty. I don't have any clues to spend, so we're going to have to hope to get our 2 successes off 2 dice. And we got it. Insane. If you pass, you strike while your foe is off balance and it stumbles and collapses under the weight of your blows. The monster suffers 2 damage. That is enough to kill it. So we can bump that up and confirm its death. That's awesome. So now we have this guy off the board. And now we're just down to 1 more creature left in the room who we're obviously going to go after. So let's do another attack with our brass knuckles after this guy right here. See how much of a hit we can make on him. We're going to do an unarmed attack with him as well using the... Oh, and I'm so sorry. I totally forgot. When you're doing an unarmed attack, guys, you get to roll 2 additional dice while attacking. So on the last attack, I should have rolled 4, but I didn't even need it. So regardless, with 2 dice, I was able to kill him, which is pretty impressive. I should have rolled 2 additional, just so you guys note that I should have rolled 4 total. That's my mistake. But we won't forget that right now. So we're going to go ahead and attack this other unarmed, or we're going to unarmed attack with the brass knuckles, this other deep one. We'll get 4 dice on this one, or at least we'll get, well, it depends again on what the check is, but we'll guarantee that I don't forget about the 2 additional dice. So we'll go ahead and attack unarmed. This one says your enemy's attacks are quick and relentless. You focus on evading strikes. This is actually exactly the same as the other check. So there you go. So we're going to get 4 dice on this one. We're just looking for 2. We're using our brass knuckles. He has absolutely no damage on him currently, but let's put as much as we can on him. We got our... Oh, we didn't get it this time. Yikes. Okay, so we weren't able to get it. That's not good. So because we failed, what does it say? If you fail, it takes all your energy and focus to avoid getting hit. Okay, so nothing happens, but we don't do any damage to it, sadly. So that's no good. But at least we were able to get rid of the majority of the enemies. So this is now done. And the cool thing is, you can see across the board, we only have 1 enemy left. So let's go into the Mythos phase and see what happens from here. But before we do that, we'll just double check our 2 conditions we have on Father Mateo to see whether or not anything else triggers. And just so you guys know, in the previous video, I killed off Vanderbilt, and William York says whenever a monster is killed, he gains a clue. Again, I forgot to do that, so here's the clue that he forgot to, or I forgot to give him for killing the cultist that was here. Or wasn't a cultist, I'm sorry. It was actually the priest of... The priest of Dagon, who was representing Vanderbilt. I killed him, so I get a clue for him, just so you guys are aware. I did not forget that, although I kind of did. So here we go. We're done now. Our turns. Paranoid didn't trigger for Father Mateo. This one here says, whenever you end your turn in a space with darkness, you suffer a horror. But that's not the case with Father Mateo right now, so everything is all good. I say all good in a very, very unsure way. So here we go. We're going to check our Mythos phase now, which we're going to end our investigator phase and move into the Mythos phase and see what happens next. This one says you had not noticed before, but there is something strange about the walls in this room. This Mythos event affects each investigator in bedroom 2. Okay, so that's going to be, sadly, Father Mateo, who happens to be in bedroom 2. So we're going to resolve this event. The more you study them, the more the walls look yellowed, and an awful pattern of grooves suggests claw marks. Suffer 2 horror, but your will negates. So I do have Father Mateo in there. I'm going to use his 5 dice to try to negate all the craziness going on in this bedroom here. And we're going to do our best to negate it. Please give me 2 other signs. We got it. We got 3. We're fine. So nothing happens there. A deafening roar overtakes the attic as the ritual completes and a portal to another world opens. The air in the attic is sucked through the portal into some unknown abyss, and the boxes and objects stacked against the attic walls tumble to the ground and fly through the open gate. Discard the interact token and any items in the attic. Oh no, so we were too late. We weren't able to interact with this in time. We were 1 turn short. This whole room everything just got pulled out of it into some void. That is not good. I don't even know if, yeah, that's not good at all. I'm kind of scared as to what's going to happen next. Oh, what's going to happen? The air is electric and unearthly energy, and the entire scene is bathed in a sickly green glow. On the other side of the massive rift, bizarre and Celiopine architecture of cavern rock is built at angles that defy understanding, and an inhuman script adorns the structures, winding over their surfaces. Place an interact token as indicated. So we get another interact token, but it's in a different place. It's going to be sitting here now instead, one space further away. The investigation is complete if the portal has been closed before it tears the mansion to pieces. Investigators win the game when the investigation is complete. Okay, so wow. So we're essentially, we need to get to here. And so William's going to be our hero. He's got to get there and do whatever it is that's there. The only crazy thing is that William, if he stays in a room with that ends in fewer than a range of 2 spaces, he suffers a face-down horror and he's eliminated from the game. He can't be the one to be in this room and get this, so he's going to have to leave the room unless there's some way that I can strategically get Father Mateo in here. I don't know how this is going to work, but it's craziness. This could be like a one-ditch effort to try to move him in here and get this, whatever this is, or I'm going to have to get him 1-2 out of the room on the next turn. This is crazy. So here's the deep one. The deep one moves 2 spaces to the nearest investigator. Of course, the only deep one on the board is this one. He's already there. So he's going to attack Father Mateo. He sinks its horrible teeth into your shoulder and uses strength 2. Father Mateo has a strength of 3, and that's all he's got. So we're hoping that his strength can kind of hold there to pull him through, essentially. So here we go. We need 2 here. We got nothing. Oh, that's bad. If you fail, the creature's savage tearing throws you off balance, suffer 2 face-down damage, and become dazed. Okay, so he's gonna. Okay, well, we can take that. Like we're not eliminated yet, but this is not good. But we also become dazed, so we'll take a dazed effect and put it on Father Mateo, which is not good. Because that's, well, I don't know. He doesn't have any clues to spend for puzzle steps, so maybe that's not so bad. Still kind of bad, but not that bad. Each investigator must resolve a horror check. Okay, so the only monster in range for a horror check is just Father Mateo. For the love, he's getting it pretty bad. So let's resolve that horror check. The deep one's movements and mannerisms are subtly terribly human. Suffer 2 horror, and your will +1 negates. So my will is 5. That's good. I get a +1, meaning I get 6 dice. And I only need to negate it. Just need to negate 2. Easy. Got them all. So nothing happens that way. No, nothing else. So that's it. That is finally the end of the Mythos phase. And we can go back to the investigator phase. Perfect. Okay. Little stressed out. But I think this is going to be, instead of moving forward with the rest of this whole turn in this video, I'm going to stop here. I think this is a great time to end the video. You guys are probably sitting there grinding your teeth, wondering whether or not I'm going to survive this, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this off. I'm going to have to look in the rules to make sure that regardless of one investigator going down or being eliminated, I can still win. I have to check that to make sure if one guy goes down, can I still win? I have choices to make in terms of William and his issue with claustrophobia. If he stays in this room at the end of his turn, if he moves into this room and interacts with his token, maybe we win the game, but maybe that's not the end of the game. If it's not, at the end of his turn, he would get enough sanity damage to go insane a second time, which would eliminate him from the game completely. And then at the same time, Father Mateo has to kill this deep one and come all the way over here to interact if that's the case. So I'll have to make some strategic choices here, but I have to take a look at the rules to ensure that I can continue on either with one character or if I just flat out lose when one goes down. So we'll see how this pans out. But I can tell you right now, I think we have a shot and we're doing okay. We'll try to stick with it and finish this off on a positive note. It would be amazing because I've never played this particular scenario before. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing in order to complete it, except I know that obviously this objective is important and I need to get there. But we'll see what happens. We'll find out. So join me again in the next episode. We'll find out how this particular scenario hopefully ends or maybe doesn't end. And again, if you like what you're seeing and want to see more, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Join this amazing solo community that continues to get bigger every single day. I am super grateful for the people that have joined on board, and we're really growing at a rate that's almost mind-blowing. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am, and I'm really enjoying playing these games with you guys, and all your support is more than appreciated. So again, until next time, guys, keep rolling solo.